Hello everyone. We're going to be continuing Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. I still don't have relays going to Twitch, but I will be contacting Restream. I didn't turn it up. But I will be contacting Restream to find out exactly what's going on and why. Oh. Hold on. See what Michael says. Bear with me one moment. Alright. I'll deal with Michael another time. I'm disputing with him. I'm a mod in his server, and I'm disputing against him over the 2FA and Discord that he's got set for his server, which I refuse to do. According to Bud of Bud's Bar and Grill, the real egg is passed around Sangrio according to a certain set of rules. If Layton and the others can work out what these rules are, they have a chance of getting their hands on it. Okay. Find out who's got the egg now. Oh, wait. Hold on. I have. Leave the hotel. And then follow this path down. Is this Miranda? Hola! Back for more cake? Don't be shy. There's always more where that came from. Actually, this time we want to ask you about something else. About harmony. Ah, well. Entiendo. So that's what you were looking for. So you know something. Claro que sí. I even had it through Popono for a little while. Brilliant. Could you tell us anything about the person who gave it to you? Let's see. It was a regular customer in my stall. You could say they were very fond of swimwear. You say you had it for a little while? You've already passed it on? I'm afraid so. But I can't tell you who to. Everything has to be by the book. But you know what? Since you're such lovely customers, I will tell you this. There was someone who got married very recently. She mentioned her husband loves my cake too. Puponio is as Puponio does. Aha! You said she and her, so you must have passed it on to a woman. Is it normal to pass an ancient relic around like a piece of gossip? I think we must have asked almost everyone who's had the egg recently, and we still have no idea. Speak for yourself. What? You've managed to work it out, Emmy? I think I've got the gist of it, yes. As we were told initially, the ownership of the egg changes according to a pattern. We lay out all the information we've gathered thus far in front of us. We should be able to construct the whole picture. Really? I just can't make head nor tail of it, Professor. All will become clear in due time. But first, let's head back to the marketplace. Alright. Now, from what we've learned by speaking to the different people on this island, we are able to glean a few key facts. Let's lay out the information and work out the rules concerning how the egg is passed around. Do we really have enough information? Of course. Think back, Aurora. We've heard a lot of stories today. Can you think of a common link between any of these stories? I cannot, no. Not one person we met told us exactly who they gave the egg to. That's true. They weren't allowed to give us many details. However, the details they did provide were certainly sufficient to solve the mystery. Let us consider them now. All right. Allow me to assist, Professor. Oh, good. Okay, so what do we know? After Bud put us on the right track, we obtained information about the egg from 6 people. 3 male, 3 female. If you recall, Martine passed it on before her wedding to marry a man who thought fondly of his daughter. Miranda also gave it to somebody married, didn't she? As a gift, and she got it from a customer, I think. Quite right, Emmy. Now, would you care to explain the common theme in these 2 stories? Marital status. Marital status crops up in both accounts. Precisely. In fact, from Martine's story, I'd say that single people can pass the egg on to somebody married, and vice versa. So the egg is passed along depending on whether that person is married or not? Well, there's nothing to disprove this in what we've considered thus far, but I believe that's more to the pattern than that. Let's summarize the male accounts, namely those from Javier and the 2 Tarjan agents, to gain a better picture. Javier reported that he gave the egg to a girl his daughter's age. We also know that a married woman attempted to give the Tarjan men the egg. Oh, I think I see what the link is. Genders. Does it have anything to do with the fact that the egg was always offered to someone of the opposite gender? After all, Javier seemed very worried that his daughter might end up passing it on to some sleazy bachelor. So, where do we stand now? We have now extrapolated a second rule. Whoever has the egg can pass it on to someone of the opposite gender. For example, if I had the egg, I would be able to give it to either of you, but not to Luke. So a boy can only give the egg to a girl and a girl to a boy. Almost, but not quite. If we consider Emily's account, you see, we run into a problem. She said that she would have been able to give the egg to any one of us, but how? Emily, would you care to explain? Tell us, what would have made it possible for Emily to give any one of us the egg? Which rule? Which of the rules did Emily have to follow? Married, unmarried, female to male. That's a tricky one. Not many options. Emily could have given the egg to whoever she liked, as long as either one of the 2 rules was fulfilled. She's married, she knew I wasn't, and she knew Luke and Aurora were too young to be. As for the professors, she didn't need to know their marital status because they were already covered by the opposite gender rule. That's correct. If the person you wish to give the egg to is of the opposite gender or marital status, then you can pass it on. Oh, that's quite simple, really. so. But we still haven't worked out who has the egg. I do remember Emily saying she passed it on to a man at lunch, but we don't know where she went to eat. So we'll need to ask somebody where that was before we can continue. Not at all. Here, let's try to determine who held the egg and in which order by lining them up. Wherever there is logic, a solution follows closely behind. I'll see what I can do. Alright, let's take a look. A lady who recently settled in San Creo, her husband proposed with a proponio, and she gave it to a family man before the wedding. San Creo's fittest resident. He got the proponio from a woman who just moved to the island and gave it to a woman his daughter's age. A young woman who sells proponio cakes, she got the proponio for someone in swimwear and gave it to the married female customer. A married woman on her honeymoon who received the proponio very recently passed it on to a man at lunchtime. Your chain of events matches my own, Aurora. We can safely say that the egg was handed on in this order. Which means Bud was the last of these people to receive the egg. Check your servers. Okay. Give me a moment. Let me refresh Discord and see if it goes away. Because right now, when I went onto it, it still showed that it was there. Let me see. No, it still says this server requires members with moderation powers that have two-factor authentication. Hey, little turtle. Alright. Puzzle is solved. But he already refused to tell us who he gave the stone to. We're back where we started, aren't we? After all that. Perhaps not. If you recall, Bud only mentioned receiving the proponio. But he didn't say anything about giving it away. Precisely. Oh, I see. He might still have the Aura Stone. But what reason would he have for holding on to it? We'll find out soon enough. Shall we pay another visit to Bud's Bar and Grill? Alright. Let's go here. Despite all the information we have gathered so far, we are yet to locate the current owner of the real egg. Nevertheless, we have learned a lot during our time on the island. I believe the egg is passed around according to certain rules, and I think we finally have all the facts we need to work out what those rules are. It's time to return to the market and determine the journey the egg has taken. The information we have gathered suggests that there are 2 rules concerning how the egg may be passed on. The first rule is related to whether or not the current holder is married. An unmarried person may pass the egg to a married person and vice versa. The second rule states that the egg may be given to someone of the opposite gender. With these rules in mind, we have pieced together all the stories we have heard and deduced that the last person to receive the egg was in fact Bud. Tomorrow's your mom's birthday. Well, tell your mom happy birthday for me. Okay. So, we're just going to go straight to Bud. Hey guys, what brings you back here? We worked it out. You're the current holder of the true Poponio. You got me. I was hoping you would actually. You see, I've been looking for the perfect person to give the Poponio to. And then you came in with that glazed, sad look. I got to thinking that if anyone needed harmony, it was you. I'd be satisfied with just the Poponio, thank you. Gee, you're kind of missing the point. Let me give you the lowdown. Y'all say the Poponio brings happiness. That's the island way. But its humble beginnings were far from happy. The man who found it, Eduardo Poponio, was at the end of his rope. Oh, really? Yes, sir. He'd hit rock bottom and wanted to idle away his days as a hermit. So he set off for some old crumbling ruins. Bam! He made the discovery of a lifetime. His business boomed and Viola, San Grillo, was born. That story sounds familiar. So you're saying that the Poponio he found was the basis of the tourist merchandise? Pretty much. Yeah, kinda crazy when you think about it. One little stone egg turned his life around in a flash. So the point is, even in the gloomiest of times, you gotta look forwards. Happiness might be waiting just around the corner. Don't take the Poponio just because you want it. Take it because you want to be happy. Thank you. The people of this island always greet us with a smile. I found it odd at first. I think I understand now. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I knew the Poponio would be the perfect gift for you. It's what Eduardo would have wanted. I'm sure of it. The Poponio tradition started with a man named Eduardo Poponio. At a low point in his life, he found the Azran egg and it brought him great joy. He started the Poponio passing tradition in the hopes of bringing happiness to those around him. The people of San Grillo appeared to have fallen for the legend of the Poponio, rather than the Azran egg itself. I should probably mention Alright, so I need to leave the grill. Well, hello again. Hello, Martine. What are you doing here? Did you manage to book a room? Oh, if only. The truth is, I was hoping to book a particular suite, but the receptionist said it was already booked for the week. That's very unfortunate. But when there are so many people coming and going all the time, how can they even keep track? Be my guest. Taking a look at this hotel's guest book, you see that 13 guests checked out on the 28th and 16 guests checked in. 25 guests stayed there at night. On the 27th, 19 guests checked out and 11 checked in. On the 26th, 12 guests checked out and 18 checked in. Finally, on the 25th, 15 guests checked out and 14 checked in. How many guests were staying at the hotel on the night of the 24th? Wouldn't that be 15? Twelve guests checked out. Okay. So then there. I think that's the answer.
Upon careful consideration, logical thinking is essential in my line of work.
Check you out. 25 guests stayed there on the 24th, the 24th of December, in fact, which means there may have been another visitor at some point as well. I see. Seem to always be booked, while I am sure there are others that stay empty. It's very frustrating. You don't suppose the empty ones are haunted, do you? That would explain why no one wants to take them. Nothing so sinister. I would imagine they are simply unaffordable. Odd. Why not simply reduce the price to accommodate more customers? Because, monsieur, high prices are the best way to attract the nouveau riche, eh? The wealthy are drawn like moths to a flame. Sounds like an extravagant waste of money to me. Not that it matters much to them. There is one rumor going around about a man who always takes the most expensive room in the hotel. I think I know who it is. Now you've piqued my interest. Who might that person be? A very suave and passionate gentleman in pink. When I locked eyes with him, my heart, it skipped a beat, but only once. Alright, well I suppose we can go leave now, I hope. Oh, I gotta do another one. Alright, so we're gonna leave the hotel. Aye, aye, aye! The sun's really beating down today. How can you stand the heat in all those layers? Perhaps we didn't come as prepared as we thought. Well, that's no good, is it? You should get some lighter clothes, loosen up a bit, and have some fun. How about you, señorita? Up for some beach volleyball later tonight? Oh, I'd love to, but I should warn you, I've been told my serves are vicious. Great! You think you could help me coach Miss Amigos there? Alright, nose to nose. Something's gone wrong in the middle of the sea lion's performance, and they're all juggling the wrong balls. The sea lion's bows show which ball they should each have. And it's up to you to get each ball to its rightful nose. Bear in mind, however, that the sea lions can't pass the balls very far. Looking at the touchscreen, you can only move the ball to the adjacent sea lion or the next one along from that. The sea lion without a shape on his bow doesn't need a ball, obviously. Alright. Okie doke. Hey, look, I did it!
How's this? Piece of cake.
Okay, you got the seal of approval. Now all the balls are on the right noses. The show can get started once again. Hey, señorita, you got the gift. Sure you don't want to become an instructor? It was a nice experience, but I much prefer to get in on the action myself. Claro, makes sense to me. Next time you're here, I'll get the guys together and we can have a match. Welcome back, sirs and madams. I trust the glorious weather helped shine some light on your investigation to make it a dazzling success. You know, Raymond, I was thinking of passing the egg on to you. But if you plan to make these terrible puns after each step of our journey, maybe I'll hold on to it a little while longer. You needn't worry either way, as I believe the people of the Harmony Ring intended for Aurora to hold on to the egg. A wise decision, if ever there was one. It is disappointing that you weren't able to visit the ruins, though. You seem to be very well acquainted with our actions, Raymond. Master, you should know, I am never too far away to keep an eye on things. Well then, I'll just prepare for takeoff, shall I? Very fortunate that Raymond is aiding our cause. I feel he would make a powerful enemy if crossed. Professor Layton, Professor Sycamore, something's coming back to me from the Azran. Good tidings indeed. There's a facility that now lies under Sangrio. It was used to harness the power of the moon and soothe nature's temper. Ah, you mean it could be used to control the seas? I think so. The facility was closed before our civilization reached its peak. Perhaps it had already accomplished its purpose. I'm sorry. That's all I can recall. It's all quite hazy. So the calm, luxurious shores of Sangrio are in part provided by the Azran. Thank you, Aurora. You're welcome. It's nice to be able to share these memories. An ancient facility hidden underwater. I'm almost tempted to go deep sea diving and see it for myself. And we will save it. New articles and a new episode. Let's take a look at the journal. When we spoke to Bud again, I got the impression he had enjoyed sending us on this long journey that he knew would only lead back to him. He explained that the tradition began with a man called Eduardo Pomponio, whose life turned around with the discovery of the egg. No doubt he wished to share this bringer of happiness with everyone he knew. In keeping with the tradition, Bud gave the egg to Aurora, though we will be taking the egg away. I dearly hope Joy will forever remain in Sangrio. Let's watch an episode. Hola again, Martine. Tell me, is Pomponio cake with ice cream a winning combination like I thought it would be? Oui, it really is. Pomponio cake has never been so refreshing. I just worry that I am overdoing it, you know. Oh, don't worry about that. If it's tasty and it cools you down, that's all that really matters, isn't it? And hey, if I make some good sales, that's a real bonus. Hola, chicas. Fantastic weather today, no? When exactly is it not fantastic weather, Javier? Actually, Javier, you came at a good time. Got a batch of brand new cake ideas ready for taste testing. Help yourself to as many as you like. Great. I've got quite the appetite after my mid-afternoon workout. Now, just so you know, Martine finished the last of the coconut ones, so I've only got starfish flavor left. Starfish? See, starfish. I'm working my way through all the local ingredients, trying to find a new taste sensation. Oh, I thought your pupunyo cakes were supposed to be traditional. They are. The pupunyo cakes unleashed. Recipe book clearly states that any local ingredients is fair game. Hey, this isn't bad. Well, they do say sangria gets enough sun to turn the sea salt into sea sugar. Oh, come on. There's no way that can be true. I heard it was the sand that turned into sugar. Anyway, thanks to your feedback, guys. Always a pleasure, mon ami. Of all the countries I have visited, there is really nowhere I'd rather be than here in Sangrio. Well, that's the power of the harmony ring. I've been wondering, Martine, what made you start traveling in the first place? Once upon a time, I lived a quiet life in a peaceful neighborhood. But then tragedy struck. I was accused of a crime most terrible. Well, but does this mean you're running from the police? What was the crime? They said I was too gaudy, too garish, allured. It was a crime of fashion. Ha, you joker, Martine. You were just kidding, right? Non cestera. And they shall never catch me again. Why do I have a football on my phone? Alright, well here's the new one. Restaurant reveals an accolade. Sangrio has been chosen as one of the world's best resorts. A local restaurateur welcomed the news, looking forward to the custom it will bring. Keep an eye on your room. Tourists are warned to be vigilant as room key theft rises in Sangrio. One victim says, I was so enthralled by that hotel fish tank, I never knew they were gone. Darkness falls on Lakeside Town. A widespread power outage takes Cod's residents by surprise. According to one woman, you'd need something huge to knock out our grid. A bright future for archaeology. A new archaeological analysis device has been installed at London's Gresham University. The staff have responded warmly and enthusiastically. Alright. Closing now, and we're going to... Oh, so we've got 2 eggs. We're gonna go to the desert now. If the map in the Azran dome is accurate, then there should be an egg somewhere in the vicinity. The land is red, yet the ore paints the landscape a beautiful hue. The nearby town is surrounded on all sides by rocky mountains. Locating the egg may prove difficult. I agree. I can only sense a faint resonance of the Azran. Then it seems we'll have a long journey ahead of us. Let us begin by talking to the locals. so dusty out here. According to Professor Sycamore, this is the town of Torrido. Torrido? I've never heard of it before. I don't think I see anything that looks like Azran ruins around here. The people of Torrido are sure to be more familiar with the area than we are. It never hurts to ask around. Well then, time to get down to business. That is, as soon as we find someone. It is unusually quiet for a town at this time of day. Look, there's someone now! I gotta do this. After crossing a wild, barren desert, we land by a dusty old town surrounded by red mountains and only sparse patches of green. Nothing in the area even remotely resembles Azran ruins. The town itself will be the starting point of our research, though we may find ourselves needing to scale the nearby mountains to locate the egg. We may have a lengthy journey ahead. I only hope all this dusty air doesn't give me a sore throat. The ghost town of Torrido. The town of Torrido looks just like a scene from a Western film, complete with tumbleweed rolling down lifeless streets. This place is surely not a ghost town. So why it should resemble one so closely is a mystery to me. With just one man in sight, our investigation has an obvious starting point. It's time to see if he knows something that will help us. Alright, time to look. Well, the saloon doors don't have nothing. I don't know why anyone would want to live on the edge of a cliff. Daily life must be a real hassle for the people who live up there. I'd say it's an ideally located property with glorious views all around. What a teensy little building. It must be really cramped inside. What's scrawled on the big wooden sign? Is it a puzzle? The sign appears to say back in 10. What's that big barrel doing all the way up there? This tank probably supplies water to the entire village. They put the water high up so that it's easier to pump, right, Professor? Exactly, Luke. That's why they are called water towers. Is it just me, or is it playing the title music? Hey! A word of advice from me to you. We don't take kindly to strangers here in Torrido. Wow, you talk just like they do in cowboy films. Howdy there, partner. A fine day for rustling some cattle, ain't it? Yee-haw! Well, I don't think you're hurting me, straight boy. You hightail it out of here and don't you come back, you hear? I can't say this has been the warmest of welcomes. Is there a particular reason for your hostility, sir? Sure is. You folks, you see, you shouldn't be here. And unless you're a tough nut like me, you ain't gonna last 10 seconds in this town. Everyone run for your lives, it's Old Red. Old Red, yikes! Somebody call the sheriff! I thought Old Red was a dog. It didn't take much for that tough nut to crack. It didn't either. Seems unwise to linger here. Let's follow the man. Sure, let's follow. Let's follow.
Hmm?
Oh, Old Red is a dog.
There it is.
That must be Old Red.
Did you see that? It's the egg! We found it at last, McCaw! Boss is right then. Get in position. Don't let it get away! Robin, you nitwit, get back here! Professor! It's Targent! Yes, this is very worrying. Even more worrying is the fact that the egg appears to be hanging around that wolf's neck. Well, at least now we know why the streets are virtually deserted. Oh, those men ran straight after the wolf. Come on, Professor, we have to hurry. Luke, stay calm. We have already lost sight of them. Besides, it would be ill-advised to give chase without first finding our bearings. Right, we should ask around first. Do you think that man will be more willing to help now that his overblown ego has popped? The residents of the desert town of Toledo live in fear of a mighty wolf they call Old Red. Every time the beast makes his way into town, the people flee. But why does Old Red need to come to Toledo in the first place? Old Red is certainly a fearsome sight to behold, and yet he left as quickly as he arrived, without harming anyone or destroying anything. Ah, lovely. Yes. Though we had prepared ourselves for a lengthy search, we laid eyes on the egg only moments after it arrived in the town. An enormous wolf known as Old Red has it hanging from a chain around his neck. He strikes fear into the hearts of the people of Toledo, who run away from the moment he appears. While the two Targent agents may deem it wise to follow the wolf out of town and into unknown territory unprepared, I do not. We shall instead gather information from the local people first. Let's go back down. Let's talk to a horse. Hey, Professor! Look at that horse over there! Ah, a fine steed indeed. I imagine horses must be the main mode of transportation in this town. Now, how about a little equine puzzling, Luke? You have 4 photographs of a horse running along 4 straight parallel roads that cut through a forest. Each photograph shows the horse running along a different road and at a different time of day. Have a look at the photographs and see if you can work out which tree, A to F, is closest to the camera. Touch the icon on the tree you think is nearest to submit your answer. Alright, so which tree looks nearest to you? Based on the photos. This one's actually easy. You gotta look at it this way. A, B, C, D, E, and F. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, huh? A, B, C, D, E, F. What letter did you say? It can't be C if this horse is in front of it.
If I just do this. Luke Triton at your service.
You're galloping for glory. E is the tree that's closest to the camera. Alright. Alright, he removed it. He tried to tell me to blame somebody else in his server, and that same person said that they agreed with my point. Because having two-factor authentication on Discord, there's no difference when you get hacked. It still takes as long for Discord to fix the account. And it makes it even that much harder because the person who has your account can request a new code every time because they've changed the email address onto it. And that's what happened to me the second time. A gentleman intent on crossing the prairie is always in need of a good steed. Yeah, that's why whenever I see servers that have two-factor authentication in there, I specifically do not asked to become their managers or moderators or anything. If they ask me, I politely decline because of it. A cowboy hat shaped sign. Surely a sign for me to try on a cowboy hat. Well, Professor Layton, all you need to do is bend your brim up. And you can have a unique cowboy hat. The Cowboy Cantina. Alright. Well, what about cowgirls, eh? Emmy, you're going to be on a stage wearing a dress. There are lots of different signs in this town. It's all very interesting. I found a puzzle. Hey look, a hidden puzzle. Please tell me it's 64. Yes it is. Thank you. This trio of criminal brothers have committed so many crimes together that even their breathing has become synchronized. One of their favorite robbery techniques involved two of the brothers dropping stolen goods down from above, while the third brother handles their cart. In order to keep the cart balanced, however, the weight must be distributed evenly in a square shape. Can you help the brothers get away with another big haul? Use the stylus to slide the robber's cart left and right. Touch the icon on the right side of the touchscreen to drop an item from above. All items rotate 180 degrees as they fall. Are we playing Tetris? This is just Tetris, isn't it? Oh boy. Okay. The thought bubbles on the top screen shows the order the robbers will throw the stolen goods in, going from left to right. Move the cart around and ensure the pieces fall into a tidy square, with no awkward pieces sticking out. Okay. This is Tetris. Doesn't this look like Tetris?
Right, I'm all set. I'm in top form today.
Perfect heist. The brothers had done it again. That one was definitely worth the effort. Iron can be heated in this furnace, and then shaped on an anvil. I usually feel the urge to touch hot things, but I'm a bit hesitant right now. Yeah, because what would happen, Luke, is that if you touched it, you would be tearing at least your skin almost to the muscle, because your hand would melt. It's so hot, just looking at it is making me sweat. I think that was only 3. Wooden thing is full of water. What's it for, Professor? The local people would appear to take good care of their horses. I wish there was somewhere I could get a drink of water. Oh. We have a moving one. That doesn't do nothing. Did I get them all? Can't be. Guess. Maybe I did. The vomit's gone! Well, gee, that's a relief. Hello again. You folks again? Look, I ain't no yellow belly. Just skedaddle already. You came to the wrong place at the wrong time. One moment, if I may. It's fair to say the wolf we saw earlier is the cause of Torto's troubles, is it not? Yeah, what you saw was just, now it was full red. About 3 weeks ago, he started coming down from yonder mountains. Could you tell us which mountain exactly? Not a chance, Missy. You go up there and he'll gobble you up faster and you can shake a rattlesnake. But if you're still fixing for an early grave, go see the sheriff about it. He'll be in the saloon. Alright, we'll just enter the saloon then. Despite the panic outside, this room exudes goodwill and cheer. Why is that? The people here seem to be celebrating the fact that they survived the encounter with Old Red, rather than dwelling on their fear. That man outside said the sheriff would be in here, but I don't see anyone who looks like a sheriff, do you? Yeah, you're right, I don't see Calliope Mori here. Whoa, look how long this hot dog is, Professor. That would fill me up for a whole day. I generally prefer cucumber sandwich, I must say. Look, Professor! Look at this leg of ham! What a fine leg of cured ham. Smells absolutely divine. Is this the same professor that prefers cucumber sandwiches? Cured ham is alright sometimes, but it's a bit too salty for me. Is that all you got? Oh, I found a nut. It's in this pot. What an impressive set of antlers. Would that we could shed regret like a deer does its antlers? I'm sorry, what? Would that we could shed regret like a deer does its antler? Does that make any sense? Read what Sycamore says. Oh boy. I'm not sure I'd like to have antlers on my head all the time. Well, deer shed their antlers. That's the thing. No! I will do that. Am I eating the beef? It's flame broiled. Okay. How many hand coins is that? 2 or 3? Is that 3? Okay. They tell me to hunt this stuff, but there's no hunting. Ain't seen you around these parts, little lady. Where'd you hail from? Me? I'm from Azran. Azran? Yup. Think my cousin Doc took a trip there last summer. Fine place. Say, you game for a game of cards? I'll deal. Now see here, little missy. Here's a game, don't worry. It's simple enough, even if you ain't never played it before. Look at hands. Look at hands 1, 2, and 3. Each time I lined up the same 4 cards, some of them face up, some face down. On the touchscreen, you'll see I've lined up the 4 cards once again. You turn over one of these cards and produce a diamond, you win. Well, little lady, which card you gonna flip?
Here is my answer. I enjoyed that.
Yee-haw! The club is the card you need to turn over. Once you realize that, one of old Derringer's cards is double-sided. This puzzle becomes a lot easier. Ain't that right, miss? Oh, Radiant Fox Fur Hat. Now that's how you play cards. Derringer! Oh, you've got a lot to answer for you Chiseler. Sheriff, it was just a friendly little game. You were not untoward about it, I swear. Oh, I always thought you was low. But cheating an innocent girl at a game of cards? You better make tracks pronto. If he was trying to cheat, it didn't work. Oh, yes! Sorry about that, ladies and gents. Derringer may be a bit sly. He may have a terrible sense of humor. I guess deep down he ain't really a bad egg. Anyhow, you folks must be from another county or some such. What brings you out here in this deadbeat town? Looking for something. The wolf you call Red has the item we seek around his neck. You want to meet old Red? Ha! With all due respect, you folks must be off your rocker. Gah, but if you're serious, listen, this ain't really the place. Folks is celebrating and I don't want to bring down the mood, you hear? Let's talk somewhere quieter. Meet me by the dried up creek just north of here. I guess so. Are you telling me that there is another hand coin? You must be off your rocker. Are you satisfied? Well, ain't showing up. No shit, this is the first time I've been here. thick coating of red ivy makes this house look rather unsettling. Ugh, I don't like this color one bit. Who would let the ivy grow wild like this? The house is covered. There's one. That's two. I wonder what they're trying to keep out. Or maybe it's that they're trying to keep us in. I'm on to you, barbed wire. I'm on to you. Sorry, where are the... Where's the other one? Please tell me where the other one is. Well, I'm pretty sure I only found 2 coins, I thought. Pardon me for back there. Just didn't want to cause a fuss for the whole town, you know. You are afraid of the big wolf? I ain't denying it. That old boy causes us a heap of trouble whenever he pays us a visit. Now, I'm sure you ain't blind, but behind our little oasis of calm, there ain't nothing but badlands as far as the eye can see. I figured his old watering hole dried up, so he made Tordo his new favorite spot. Catch my drift. That makes sense. Animals do what is required to survive. Yep. Now, I ain't saying I don't feel for the poor fella, but if he goes on like this, folks will not want to live here no more. Besides, who's to say he won't try and make off with Derringer or like one day for his breakfast? We are well aware of the danger, Sheriff. Nevertheless, it is imperative that we find Old Red. I take it you know where his den is? No backing down, eh? Ah, fine. But first, you gotta help me with this here mystery. Farmer comes back to his chicken coop to find the door open and all his chickens gone. tells the sheriff, who works out either A, B, C, or D is responsible. But they're all pointing fingers at each other. A, it's B who's to blame. B, C is the culprit, no doubt about it. C, it's either A or B. I'm not sure which. D, it's B or C, one of the two. Only one of these people is telling the truth. Can you work out who is to blame for this? You find out who's to blame? Who's telling the truth, first of all? Okay. A says it's B who's to blame. B says C's the culprit, no doubt about it. C says it's either A or B, I'm not sure which. And D says it's B or C, one of the two. Which means B can't be the one responsible. And if you look at that picture right there, I think they're giving us a hint.
You know, I think this may be it. Puzzle solving is a most gentlemanly pursuit.
Exactly. A is the one who's responsible for the chicken's disappearance. He didn't steal them though. He simply forgot to close the door. A's punishment will be to get the chickens back and clean the coop from top to bottom. B and D will have to help him too. That'll teach them to lie. Well, Bloomburst. Thunderation, so it was that feller. Guess I'll be sleeping easy tonight. Now, a deal's a deal. Tell you what you want to know. Some folks have seen Old Red going into the old abandoned mine at night. My guess is that's where he sleeps. Now, I'm sure you got good intentions and all, but I want no more part of this. From here on, your lives are in no one's hands but your own. Please, for your own good, stay clear of the old boy. So Old Red's dead somewhere in that mine, you said? Well, let's go ahead and pay the old boy a visit. Leave it to me. I'll see if I can convince him to give us the egg. Before I do, take a look at a few things. According to the locals, it's only lately that Old Red has been showing himself in town. Town Sheriff Flint suspects a drought in the area may be forcing him to come down into the town in search of food and water. Perhaps there's another reason for his visits. Old Red is said to sleep in an old mine just outside of town. Hopefully Luke's special ability will allow him to ask the wolf about the egg he carries. And let's take a look at this. Our new collection. Isn't it pretty? This crunchy, aromatic nut has a playful face poking out of its shell. Alright, let's do Bloomburst. It's a gravestone. I love the bats. Okay, we're gonna start with this on here. And we'll go to blue. And the bats are all gone. All right. Alright, going to follow it up. So this is the mine where Old Red lives. We'd best be on our guard. Agreed. Luke, it's very possible that he will have a bad temperament. He may not listen to you. To be on the safe side, we should have a backup plan. Oh, no need for that. I'm sure I can sort this out. Sand is slowly falling from a hole in the roof, topping up this pile. Look get covered in sand too if we get too close to that corner. Even that spade will be buried by it before long. Whoa, he's baring his fangs. That might not be a good sign. No? He seems to be in pain. I wonder if it's hunger, like the sheriff said. I hope not, because we just walked into his lair. Mind you, if he wanted to eat us, I'm sure he'd have done it by now. Oh dear, I'm not sure that's very comforting. Anyway, a gentleman never backs down from a challenge. I can do that. Alright, please listen. We don't mean you any harm. We just want to know what's wrong so we can help. Oh, you sure? So that's why. What did he say? The reason he keeps visiting Tordo is because he wants to find the girl who once saved his life. He doesn't think he has very long left, and he wants to thank the girl before it's too late. So, he's ill? I'm not sure. He just says he's in terrible pain. He can't find the girl himself because every time he goes into town, the people just run away in fear. Maybe we could help him find the girl and he could give us his pendant. He's not keen on that idea. It's really precious to him. It was a gift from the girl, and now he wants to give it back. But she can't need the Aura Stone as much as we do. What should we do? Well, if I was in his position, I'd want to do the same thing. So I think we should help him. He says the girl is quite short. And the last time he saw her, she was wearing a red scarf and had plaited black hair. Come on, let's go back and find her. Old Red informed us that he sensed the end of his life drawing near, and before he passes on, he wishes to thank the local girl who saved his life some years ago. He claims the egg was a gift from this girl and now he would like to return it, presumably as a final thank you to the girl, and as a way to say goodbye. A gentleman could never ignore such a noble wish. We shall look for the girl on the wolf's behalf. Sorry about that. Okay. Sheriff Flit! know better, I'd say you was scared of the old boy. Ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, the only one who's happy about Old Red coming to pay us all a visit is you. He may have good intentions, like you say, but all it'd take is one little accident and he'd have one very angry mob hunting him down. Oh, don't make such a ballyhoo. When he's old, when's Old Red ever said anything about eating folks? That's the darndest thing I ever heard. Lady, I reckon anyone who claims they can speak with the old boy sure to be 2 rungs short of a ladder. Oh, that's rich. You ain't the sharpest tool in the shed yourself, Flint. Besides, a wolf or 2 might even be good for Tordo. Liven up this dull bird. Wow, that lady's really having a go at the sheriff. Indeed. Perhaps we should inquire. Good evening, Sheriff. About the lady with whom you were arguing. Oh, that old gal? Well, we all got pieces of odds in us. But she's just got bigger pieces than most. I'm worried one of these days she's gonna get herself into a whole lot of trouble. Heck, it's like this every time Old Red pays us a visit. Some say she's the one calling the beast over. But Old Red's just a gentle giant. I hope that bossy old woman isn't bullying him. Gentle giant? Have you got eyes in the front of your head, boy? Luke here... Luke here is, let us say, a great lover of animals. He believes that deep down they all have a gentle side. That's sweet, boy, but don't go siding with an old lady just 'cause it sounds nice. I reckon she's gone off her rocker. This isn't getting us anywhere. Come on, Professor. Let's find the girl Old Red has been looking for. Alright. I suppose we can always continue our inquiry later. Alright. Follow the path down. Okay, and then alright. Oh, jeez. Daria! What brings you to this remote little town? Oh, no, wait. Your next big scoop, I presume. Oh, the ball is on the ball as always, Desmond. Oh, can I get your opinion on something? Thinking of publishing this puzzle along with the next article. Depicted on the touchscreen are 8 coasters of various shapes and sizes, artfully arranged to form an apple. These 8 coasters can also be rearranged into the shape of an ostrich. Rearrange the 8 coasters to create an ostrich that's exactly the same shape as the one on the top screen. I see. Oh. Alright.
Allow me to demonstrate. A truly elegant puzzle.
Fantastic! You've turned your apple into a perfect ostrich. I did that in 12 moves. Nutty roller. Fab. That's just the sort of feedback I was looking for. Say, if you're ever back in London, drop by for a coffee. She's ignoring the rest of us. Why, I'd be delighted to. Let me just consult my extremely busy schedule. Okay, this is a disaster. Okay, let me see where I am going. Alright, well that was eventful. Alright, well that worked. Okay. Pick you up. Lovely. Perfect. Alright. Excuse me. Okay. I looked at my hint coins and Luke was holding a sword. Well, looky who it is. Listen, I'm awfully sorry about earlier. It's just that I was so relieved when old Red took to the hills. I might have gone a little overboard with the celebrations. Listen, let bygones be bygones, Mr. Derringer. We were wondering if perhaps you could help us with something. Do you know of a girl in Tordo with plaited hair and a red scarf? Plaited hair? Why, you must mean Scarlet. Better watch yourself hard. She looks a demure gal. Well, believe me, she ain't. About now, she'll be down at the saloon, tidying up the place. I knew you were going to tell me. Boy, I swear this squirrel's gone nutty. Where's the queen? I'm not finding the coin. I have no clue where the coin is. And yes, I may have a walkthrough, but it doesn't tell me where the coins are. It did for that cave location, but it hasn't been telling me where it was anywhere else. Did find at the beginning of the game, but then I guess somebody else took over for this walkthrough and just didn't include the coins. It just said there's 4 coins in this area. Did I find something else? Dress up. Catalog. Oh yes. Who wears the radiant fox fur hat? Prima, right? To who? Jeez. I wish it would give me clothes for the characters that I have. Yes, I know, you're trying to tell me where the goddamn coin is. But I can't seem to find it, you nutbag. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. I hope you're happy now. Oh gosh. Well, this ain't good. Nah, this ain't good at all. And Scarlet, do you require some assistance? Assistance? To little old me? Why, thank you, sir. See, I've been hankering for a burger, but I done forgot the recipe. Help Scarlet make a tasty burger by jumping ingredients over one another to stack them up. Is this burger time? Make sure to follow these rules. Ingredients can only move by leaping vertically, horizontally, or diagonally over other ingredients. And ingredients cannot jump over two or more ingredients at the same time. Ingredients you jump over are removed from the counter and put on the burger. You must finish with an ingredient in the middle of the grid and nowhere else. Remove ingredients from the touchscreen until only one is left, sitting in the middle. Ingredients can be removed by jumping an adjacent ingredient over them. This is like the most expanded version of Burger Time. Okay. Yes, we're putting a fried egg on the burger. There's a good reason for doing so.
Here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
A tasty victory. That looks like one delicious burger, and all that effort you put into preparing it is sure to make it taste even better. Scarlet's request. Oh! Now that's a mighty mouth-watering burger right there. Good work. Wait, who are you folks anyways? I'm Luke, and this is Professor Layton. Indeed. Now then, Luke here had a chat with Old Red, and he said that he would very much like to see you. Hold on a minute. You're saying you spoke with Old Red? I knew it. Ain't no one believed me and Grandma. But we knew Old Red was a kind soul. They could see Old Red for who he really is. They'd finally start taking Grandma seriously. Can you tell the old boy something for me? Tell him. Tell him to stop scaring the living daylights out of everyone in Torito. Ask him to try and make peace. I think that's something you should tell old Red yourself. Come on, let's go and see him. Gosh, now you're talking. You okay with Mr. Layton, sir? Okay with this, Mr. Layton, sir? Consider yourself one of us, Miss Scarlet. Now, we had better go quickly if we wish to see old Red before the sun sets. Let's take a look at Scarlet's request after I read the journal. As we began our search for old Red's savior, we came across an old lady arguing with the local sheriff. He accused her of enjoying old Red's visits into the town, something she did not deny. Though I find myself curious to hear more of what she has to say. There are more urgent matters to deal with. In the local saloon, we are fortunate enough to bump into Scarlet, a young girl matching the description given by old Red. We need to take Scarlet to see him as soon as possible. Alright. Let's see. Howdy there. I heard y'all are cooking up some ace-high fashion for folk. Yep, that's right. Would you like us to put together an outfit for you? You betcha. I want to get me something that'll make my grandma go wow. Something that would impress your grandmother? Understood. She ain't into cutesy things. Say that sort of stuff's all namby-pamby. So grown-up glamour style would be best, I reckon. A grown-up glamorous Scarlet? I can't really imagine that. Shut your big bazoo. You're even younger than me, ain't ya? When you say grown-up style, do you mean things like high heels? That's exactly the sort of thing I mean. And there ain't nothing I like more than sky blue and white things. It'd be sort of nice if you include some of those. Very well. We'll do our best to create a glamorous grown-up outfit for you without any hint of cuteness. Be thanking ya. Holler when you're done. Alright. What are we going for? Do I have a hat for her? The bear hood's too cute. Lightweight helmet. So light, it feels like you're wearing nothing at all. Okay, I'm gonna say this is Scarlet's. I don't think I have Scarlet's clothes. Okay, I have the dancer top. Okay, I got that. I have that. I don't have that. So I need to get clothes for her. Okay. God, you big stupid dog! Hand over the egg or you'll be sorry! Professor, what are they doing? This doesn't look good. Listen, you got your warning. Now let's see how tough you are. Take this. Robin, don't tell me. It's not loaded. What do we do? What do we do, Macaw? Run! Robin, you ninny. Wait! Phew. It's a good job they aren't the most dynamic duo. Look, old Red. We brought the girl. Don't worry your pretty big head anymore, old Red. I'm here now. So please stop scaring the townsfolk. You think you can do that for me? It's okay. If you want to say something to her, I'll translate for you. What? What's wrong? He says you're not the one he's looking for. What? But how? And I was sure he'd take a cotton to me. I'm sorry, it looks like we'll have to find someone else. He's looking the worse for wear. We'd better find the right girl before it's too late. I suppose we should go back to town and think about this. Oh, well that's terrible. Doesn't make sense. Scarlet seemed the best fit of the description Old Red gave us. But Old Red said she didn't smell the same. Well, unless anyone here is actually a dog, I think we can rule out that method of investigation. I don't suppose we could just bring Old Red down here to sniff her out. Oh, that ain't gonna work. The moment anybody claps eyes on him, they'll hightail it out of there. We should also consider the possibility that the girl is not from Torito. True. She could have merely been visiting like us. We could ask Grandma. There ain't never been a living soul pass through here without her knowing about it. That sounds promising. Frankly, we could do with any lead at the moment, no matter how small it may be. Great. Well, her house is the one right here. Kinda hard to miss, really. Perfect. Then let's pay her a visit. Are you telling me that there's another queen here? Where? Are you serious? Upon our return to the mine, we found the two Targent agents holding Old Red at gunpoint. Their ineptitude was his savior, as they had forgotten to load the gun in the first place, and they quickly fled. Despite this miraculous turn of events, we were still unable to grant Old Red's wish. Scarlet was not the girl who rescued him after all. We have decided to speak to Scarlet's grandmother, known to be the most knowledgeable person in all Torito. She may know more of this mystery girl's identity. Well, that's funny. I wonder where she is. Out shopping, perhaps. Not likely. Grandma hates going out. She almost never leaves. Oh, now I'm feeling rattled. I thought she might be taking a nap behind the big sewing doohickey, but there's no sign of her. Don't worry, Scarlet. There's no point in jumping to conclusions. Perhaps it would be best to wait here in case she happens to come back. You know, I wouldn't mind living in a cozy little cottage like this. Just look at these wonderful handcrafted furnishings. Original pieces like these add a real touch of character to the place. Oh, see that there photo frame? I made that one for Grandma. She was over the moon when I gave it to her. Very nice. Wait, that photo. Oh, is that you, Scarlet? It looks really old. As it happens, no. That's Grandma back when she was my age. Is that so? What is it, Professor? I think I've worked out who the girl we are looking for is. However, I will need Scarlet's grandmother to confirm it. What in the blazes are you strangers doing in my home? Well, first of all, Grandma, we're gonna look for ant coins. This wheel is being used to spin lamb's wool, if I'm not mistaken. You use the treadle at the bottom to make it turn, don't you? Can I have a go, Professor? Can I? There are 4. Wonder what this red sweet corn tastes like. Sweet corn can last a long time after being dried in this manner. Sweet corn is really tasty, but I hate how it gets stuck in my teeth. There's 2. These books contain recipes for medicine and other stuff. They look old, but they seem to be in good nick. Practical tomes that suggest a stoic royal reader. Rough and ready dice. You'd have to be pretty tall to put books up there. Speaking of books, I got a puzzle for you, Luke. The pile of books has been returned to the library, and it's your job to put them away. The instructions you've been given say that the numbers next to and above each shelf indicate how many books should be in that row or column. Also, some books are part of a series, so they're bundled together so that they're easier for people to find. Arrange the books on the shelves so that each row and column contains the right number of books. The bundles can be rotated if necessary. Alright. Okay. Alright. And we'll put down the green ones first. Time for the blueies. Okay. Now on to the reds.
Maybe this is it. The Professor's Apprentice saves the day.
A job well done. All the books are right back where they're supposed to be. Well, at least until the next borrower comes along. That was a piece of cake. Oh, impressive work, Luke. That puzzle reminded me of all the books in your office that you need to put away, Professor. Okay, that's the last one. Oh, Grandma, I was worried sick about you. Where in tarnation have you been? Scarlet, have these rascals been harassing you? You hush now. We're going to vamoose, quick sharp. No, that's not it. Oh, Grandmama. Old Red's been looking for someone who looks like me, and we don't know who. Dear, not another word, darling. Wait, did you say Old Red? Scarlet, they must be hunters. Scum of the earth they are. I knew they'd turn up on Toreador's doorstep one day or another. Grandmama, no. Mr. Layton and his pals ain't hunters. Oh, they ain't? Oh, then, Mr. Layton, why don't you tell me what you're doing out here, eh? Madam, please, I assure you we intend no harm. We only wish to inquire about Old Red. No, you can't fool me with your gentle person act. I know just what'll make you show your true colors. This country's national flag has the same design on its front and back. Would-be knights in this land undergo a series of grueling tests, one of which involves counting the number of squares there are on the national flag. Prove yourself worthy of a knighthood by working out how many squares are on this national flag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 4, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 3, 44.
My intuition should serve me well. A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Chivalry isn't dead. The same design is shown on both the front and the back of the flag, so the answer is 44, not 22. Knights need brains as well as brawn, you know. Alright. Super trendy trousers. Humph. Seems you ain't fixing for trouble after all. Sure game. We would ask only that you come with us to see Old Red. What? You want to bring this lady along? I believe there's been a great misunderstanding. What do you mean, Professor? You recall that Old Red wished to see the girl that once saved him, yes? Yeah, and he gave a really specific description, too. I was so sure we'd find her. On the contrary, with the description that we were given, it would be impossible to find this girl in the present day. Now, had we sought for her in the past, our conclusions may have been very different. Isn't that right, Miss Ruby? Now, how would a stranger like you folks know something like that? Let's just say we were able to establish a means of communication with the resident wolf. That wolf has been desperately trying to contact you, the girl who once saved him before his life expires. Oh, that poor fella. Well, I guess I should be thankful you're telling me this now. Oh, I'd have gone sooner. But this frail old body can be a nuisance like you wouldn't believe. Well, what are we waiting for? I have new clothes. What a foolish mistake to make. Old Red was given the pendant many years ago, back when Scarlet's grandmother, Ruby, was a little girl. Yes, it was Ruby, not her granddaughter, who had rescued Old Red. She is more than happy to go with us to the wolf's lair. There is not a moment to waste. Let us reunite these two old friends as quickly as we can. Alright. We got the rough and ready dice. Ooh, they got spikes. These rather annoying dice are guaranteed to never land where you'd like them to. Alright. Let's take a look at the catalog. I have some super trendy trousers. Who wears the super trendy trousers? I has gotta know. Okay. Do I have everything for her? What's the hat that she wears? The crown. I don't have that. So she wears the sunflower. The super trendy trousers. Sturdy shoes and glasses. So I need the crown to complete that outfit. Here she is, Old Red. This is the person you were looking for, isn't it? Grrr. Old Red, is that really you? That helpless little pup I rescued way back when? Grrr. Whoa. You finally twigged that. It's me, Old Red. It's Ruby. Ah, ah, ah. Whoa. Well, someone likes good pampering. Look at you, all puppy-eyed and mellow as honey. Oh. You ain't changed a bit, old boy. You knew you was hurting, and you tried to see this decrepit old lady one last time. You're a real tearjerker, you know that? Whoa. He promised to return that pendant to you one day. That's why he was so desperate to find you. Not so. Not so. Well, I gave you that pendant. I thought of it as a sign that there'd always be a special bond period between us. Always. Doesn't feel right to be taking it back. But it's what you really want. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. What's the matter, old boy? He says the pain went away. Oh my. So this pendant's the thing that's been causing you all that bother? Is that what you're saying? Golly, you were just such a tiny pup when I met you. I didn't think about it getting tight around your neck as you got bigger. So Old Red wasn't really ill after all. He must have been able to perceive that something was wrong, but unable to pinpoint the exact problem. So it was a bit of a wild goose chase in the end. Still, all's well that ends well, I suppose. Old Red did not come to Torito to scare its inhabitants. In fact, the wolf only wished to return a pendant to the girl who once saved his life. The people of Torito can rest assured that they have no need to fear Old Red. Well, I'll be. I'd never be believed it. I trust Torito will welcome him in now, I assure you. Old Red is a gentle creature. He would never attack this town or its people. After all, this is where his best friend lives. My eyes are telling me one thing, but in my head, it still don't wash. Oh, hang it all. He's a real curly wolf, ain't he? Well, maybe now you stop being such a croaker and keep an open mind. Now I have a question for you, Mr. Layton. You didn't just come here to help Old Red out with the kindness of your heart, now did you? Alas, no. That was not our original goal. We were actually hoping to acquire the pendant that was around Old Red's neck. You want this pendant? That's the reason why you've been chasing the old boy around like a hungry coyote? Suppose now that there ain't nothing to stop him coming down to see me, maybe we don't need it no more. Go on, take it, or I change my mind. Are you quite sure, madam? What did I just say? All else I could do is to give it to Scarlet, much as she don't care for it. When I first saw that tall hat of yours, I thought, Ruby, your granddaughter's falling in a bad crowd. But now I see it ain't so. Take it already. Got a hunch you need it more than she or I. Egg acquired, finally. Thank you. Ruby. Your kindness knows no bounds. We're glad to have been of assistance. Well then, it's time for us to depart. Perhaps we'll cross paths again in the future. Alright. Finally, Old Red has been reunited with Ruby, his savior from all those years ago. In the presence of his friend, Old Red is not fearsome at all. His behavior reflects that of a puppy. Ruby reluctantly took back Old Red's pendant, but it was certainly the right thing to do. The moment it was removed from around his neck, it became clear that Old Red was not ill at all. As he grew bigger over the years, the chain grew tighter, suffocating him. That is all there was to his illness. It would seem Sheriff Flynn is content that Old Red need no longer be considered a threat to the town, nor do the local people need fear him. Order has at least been restored to Torito. Ruby, now able to spend time with her old friend again, was more than happy to part with the egg, an act of generosity we won't soon forget. We should hurry back to the Bistonius and prepare ourselves for the next step of our journey. That didn't take quite as long as the last one. I think I should enter the house. Let's enter. Gosh, this won't do at all, will it? It doesn't even look anything like what it's supposed to. Anything I can help with? Maybe. I thought I'd design a special burger for Old Red. But despite all my trying, nothing works. You got any ideas for me? We're gonna play Burger Time again. Create a recipe for the Old Red special. Stack ingredients by jumping them over one another. Following these rules, ingredients can only move by leaping vertically or diagonally over another ingredient. An ingredient cannot jump over two or more ingredients at the same time. Ingredients you jump over are removed from the counter and put on the burger. You must finish with an ingredient in the middle of the grid and nowhere else. Alright, we're gonna do... Alright. Well, you didn't tell me that.
I've got a good feeling about this one. All in a day's work.
Meaty stuff. A mighty burger indeed. Maybe it's just a tad too big to make a bite out of though. A fluffy bag. Who gets that? Hey, that ain't bad. I'm proud to know you, ma'am. Oh, I don't know. I could have done it without the chef's guidance. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good myself. You think Grandma will want a bite? I'm hoping to spread the word so everyone knows Old Red's just a big old softy. I'm sure he'd appreciate the sentiment. Might I suggest including cafe au lait on the menu? Teehee, that's funny, mister. I was thinking maybe I could have invite old Red himself down for when I unveil our new specialty. I'm not sure how well that would go down, but you could pretty much guarantee no food would go to waste. Alright. So, go to the dress up. See my catalog. I have a bag. Who has the fluffy bag? Oh! The only thing I don't have is her headgear. No, I don't have that. And what was the top she wears? Okay. What top did Scarlet wear? Does Scarlet wear? Oh, okay. Well then how about Miranda? I don't have that. So what are the bottoms that Prima wears? I don't even have that. And then she must wear the loafers? Prima. I don't even have those. And then she does the bag. She's the first one I had here, and I can't even complete hers. Welcome back, sirs and madams. I trust your expedition was a roaring success. It was indeed, and we were able to obtain an egg, thanks to Luke's unconventional language skills. Yep, being able to talk to animals certainly has its advantages. That is marvelous news. I shall begin preparations for our departure whenever you are ready. You know, this egg is the first Azran artifact to be discovered in this part of the world. I had no idea the Azran once lived here. We did, but even in our time, it was an arid land. Aurora, you've recovered memories of this place? Partially, yes. I recall that the Azran once tried to rejuvenate this dying land, but their technology was, at the time, insufficient. They could not restore balance to its ecosystem. That is all I remember. Fascinating. So the Azran, like us, lived through ages of varying technological progress. Do you think they started out like people in the Stone Age, with really primitive tools? A very probable build upon the past in the hopes of founding an even brighter future. And now that Toruto has made peace with Old Red, they can look forward to a brighter future too. I wholeheartedly agree. Well, I believe it's about time for us to depart, shall we? Alright, back to the Bostonius. More news articles. Old Reds and Old Salty. Fed asked to deal with wild wolf. A vet doing rounds in Torito passed out and had to be taken to hospital. Only used to small pets. The sight of a wolf was just too much. Shots ring out in Torito. An unlikely newcomer beat Torito's former sharpshooting champ and claimed first prize at an annual contest. The winner is available for autographs. Cold comfort for unlucky skater. A scare and throwing board as a young skater fell into an icy pond. His jumps were just too high, one rueful onlooker remarks. Now what you scrunching your face up like a prune for? You don't got to go impersonating me, chucklehead. Oh, howdy there, Ruby. I'm dreadfully sorry, but there's been something nagging at me that I gotta get off my chest. See, us being smack in the middle of these here deadlands, we got plenty critters feeling wolfish, right? But ever since old Red started with his visits, we ain't had a single varmint try to scrounge off of us. Not one. Get your dilly-dally and speak your mind, Sheriff Flint. Oh, I'm getting to that, ma'am. Now, don't you rush me. Anyhow, it got me thinking, how come old Red got himself settled down and not there mine, and no nearer by Torito? I reckon this whole time he's probably been fending those nasty critters away from our town. And if that's true, then it makes me sick to the pit of my stomach to think I treated him so badly. Boulder Dash, you've been protecting the people just as much as he has. You ain't got even half a reason to be feeling guilty. And besides, what use is all that belly aching for? What's done is done. You want to make it up to him? You go make it up. I guess you're right. Time for me to be making amends. It's my turn to feed old Red today, Mr. Derringer. But I picked the choicest meats money can buy. And you think I didn't? Here you go, old boy. Looks like old Red wants us to stop arguing, Mr. Derringer. How in the world do you know what he's thinking? Well, I guess we just got a connection. I am my grandma's granddaughter, after all. Old Red loves this town and all the folks in it. And if we look after him, he'll keep us all safe, ain't that right, boy? Rawr. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's see. The next place we're going is the hillside. I think we should go. Let's go to the hillside. Phew, that was an awfully bumpy journey. I thought the Bistonius was going to flip over at one point. I trust everyone is alright. Of course, don't worry, Raymond. Looks just a bit of a scaredy cat, that's all. Hey, just because you weren't frightened doesn't mean you can make fun of everyone else. I'm afraid I was unprepared for such a strong headwind. My inability to predict this development is a stain on my reputation. Don't be so hard on yourself. The weather's nothing if not unpredictable. I'm sensing something. The light of the Azran shines brightly in this area. Oh? You seem really confident about that, Aurora. Yes, it's as though I'm being guided. Guided by some powerful force. Well, that's got to be a good sign, right? The Azran are practically showing us the way. I urge you all to take care. I shall be here, awaiting your return as always. Quiet. Our latest destination appears to be in an extremely windy region. The Bistonius bounced and jolted rather a lot on the way here. At one point, I came worryingly close to spill my tea. Aurora sensed a powerful presence in this area. I suspect that we will discover something more than just the egg here. An Azran ruin, perhaps. We should brace ourselves against the wind and start conducting our investigations. Wow, just look at that view. You can see for miles and miles up here. This village goes by the name of Hoogland. It is a farming community nestled among a range of tall mountains. My word, it is terribly windy. I ought to watch the wind doesn't blow my hat clean off. You do well to watch out, Professor. Look at the size of these windmills. It must take quite a gust to get them turning. Seeing things like this is a real reminder of what a force nature can be. It's astounding. And if Aurora thinks there's an egg around here, then I can't wait to get started on our investigation. Oh, I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for you to hone your talents as a photographer too, Emmy. Definitely. My shutter's going to get a real workout. In fact, perhaps that friendly-looking gentleman over there will agree to pose for a couple of shots. Alright. Pig. Wow, she's enormous. A sure sign of a happy, carefree life. I don't think this cow's interested in talking to me, Professor. I admire her insistence on sticking to her own pace. A cow that eats like a pig. Three hint coins. There's two. What is this thing? It seems so fluffy. I wish all animals could be this soft. All these green fields must be heavenly for the animals. Look how cute this bunny is, Aurora! Oh, he has a puzzle for us. Heavy rain has completely messed up the routes that these rabbits usually take when they go home. Can you rearrange the path so that the black and white rabbits can go from their current positions to their respective homes? Paths are divided into 4 panels. It's up to you to arrange them correctly.
Maybe this is it. The Professor's Apprentice saves the day.
Nice work. The black and white rabbits will be able to return to the comfort of their own homes now. What a sweet little thing. Do you think he'd mind if I petted him? Not at all. I think he'd like that a lot. Safety hammer. Now there is another coin here. Okay, that's the last coin. Whoa-ho! Travelers, are we? You did well to find us all this way out here. Excuse me, sir, would you mind having your photograph taken? Oh, photograph? Of me? Right, you are, young lady. I suppose I better strike a pose for you then, eh? Oh, nice. That's a great photo. Right, one more. Alright, that's enough now. You don't want to be wasting your camera film on me. Not with a wedding ceremony about to start. A wedding? How wonderful. It's a perfect day for it, too. Ooh-hoo. Pretty young lady like you would make a fine bride yourself, you know. If you say so. Oh, I do. Now, you better hurry up if you want to catch a glimpse of the bride. See you around, eh? Can we check it out, Professor? I'd like to see what a Hoogland wedding is like. Don't forget why we're here, Emmy. Though I confess I'm rather curious myself. Don't worry, Professor. I plan to multitask. We'll be leaving here with a stack of wedding photos and the Azran egg. I certainly hope so, Emmy. Now, let's continue into the village, shall we? Hoogland is a quiet farming community with strong winds that fuel its many windmills. Upon arriving in the village, we spoke to a local gentleman who informed us of a wedding taking place in the village today. Seems our timing is perfect, and Emmy is tremendously excited about the prospects of taking photographs. We should collect information about the egg as we make our way over here. Oh, what a fresh breeze. What's wrong, Professor? Brace yourselves, everyone. A cyclone.
My word.
Ah, phew! What in the world was that? I'm surprised it didn't blow these houses away. Look around, Luke. It kind of did. Did you see the wedding party? They seemed completely undeterred by what just happened. To think they would still consider going ahead with the ceremony after witnessing such destruction to the village. Astonishing. It really is. Let's find out where they're headed, Professor. There must be someone around here who can tell us. Our stroll through the village was interrupted by a powerful whirlwind, which tore through the buildings in its path. I'd expected some strong gales after our bumpy flight here, but nothing so destructive. As the wind subsided, we spotted a group up ahead, and among them a woman in bridal wear. Surely they do not intend to celebrate a wedding in such dangerous conditions. We should ask around the village for more information on where the bridal party is headed. Well, this section is telling me where to look for that. Yep, go ahead and eat the hammer. It's an ocarina! Excuse me, The bride who was just over there. Do you know where she was going? Bride? You mean Romilda? Do you, eh? I suppose so. I was hoping to take some photographs of the ceremony, you see. Oh, so you want to take some photographs of Romilda? But not one of me, eh? This puzzle I'll teach you to be so rude. I feel like they're all Irish. This farmer has a flock of around 400 sheep. Keen to find out the exact number, he started counting. He counted them in batches, hoping to save time, but lost track at the end anyway. All he remembers is that when he counted them 3 at a time, he had 1 left over. When he counted them 4 at a time, he had 2 left over. When he counted them 5 at a time, he had 4 left over. And when he counted them 7 at a time, he had 2 left over. Can you work out how many sheep he has? Well, if we do the math, Farmer has around 400 sheep, but every time he counts them, he's off. What? This should explain why he's off every time.
And knock him down. Huh, that was a cinch.
Sheer class. Farmer has 394 sheep. 6 more, and he'd have exactly 400. There, we solved your puzzle. Now will you tell us the way to the wedding ceremony, please? Well, wedding's happening at the chapel on that there hill. That's where Romilda's headed. I see. Well, thank you for your help. I'll come back and take some photos around here just as soon as the wedding's over. It really is a lovely little village. Well, if you like it so much, why don't you get married like Romilda, eh? Then you'd be a part of the village forever and ever. But nice looking lady like you got hitched here would definitely make the village a happier place to be. Well, thank you, I suppose. You're welcome, lady. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. So the bride's gone to the chapel. Is everything alright, Professor Sycamore? Oh yes, I was just wondering where the groom was, that's all. Well, he's probably waiting for her there. That's what usually happens, isn't it? Look, that must be the chapel up there. Let's go and see for ourselves. We're going to do a nutty roller. Let's change my perspective. So hard to see. Alright. We're gonna grab a boulder. And a planted tree. And down, down. There we go. And we're rolling. Fell in a hole. Alright. Let's go grab another rock. And we're going to go this way. Right on top of the other boulder. We'll pick this up. I think we're going to do it again. Alright. Let's go grab this one. Let's roll this right here. Right in the hole. Alright. And let's go grab another rock. We'll do this. And we're going to grab this rock. We're going to go all the way over here. All the way over here. And we're going to do this here, and we're going to do that. No, this way. Alright, I think I'm going to save it here. Windy way. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and end this stream. No. Here. Alright. Let's go find us a raid target. Alright. Yeah, my memory is on. Let's see. Let's raid Raina. Yeah, let's do Raynix. Come on, Ibot, wake up. There's her link. And I'm gonna set this up for Twitch. She's not streaming on Kick, or otherwise I'd rate her on Kick as well. Then again, it would just be me anyhow, but... Alright, let me know when you're ready. Alright? If you're on YouTube, give Raina a like and a subscribe. If you're on Twitch, give her a follow. And we are out.